Happy weekend, families. This week we're talking about something really cool that I really like to use within the classroom, and it's a really good strategy for home use if you're just trying to keep your kids organized. So I'm going to go over what Kanban boards are, why they're a good strategy, and some different ways you could use them. So, Kanban boards, they come from an idea that you compartmentalize things. So from the example that we have here, you have to do, you have doing, and you have done. Notice how the doing category is not overloaded, because the idea behind Kanban is you're not overloading your brain with too many things at once, and you really break up the tasks into, I need to do this, I'm working on this now, and I've done this. So the goal is always to have that doing category smaller than the to do, and the ultimate goal is to have everything into the done category. So that is what they are. Now, why? Here are some examples that I found that I really liked. One, this is obviously for someone who would be making a podcast, but what I like that they did is they actually put deadlines in their done category, and they made sections for each thing. So they knew that they had to do all these things, and they're in progress. Notice how, again, it is less than what is in the to do and the done. And again, notice the deadlines, and notice how it really is broken up by task. And I also like that they color coded it. So this would be for a great idea for a large project if your kids are working on a big project for a class, or if you want them to be working on a project like reorganizing their room, or maybe they're redecorating and they need to clean it out. Things like that. Another example that I found that I wanted to mention is a family one. So this one, I'm not sure what tool they used to make this, but you could easily replicate this either on Google Calendar, you can do a to-do, or I'm going to show you some other ways that you could do it in a moment. And I like that they had mom, dad, Tim, and Anna, whoever the children in the family, each have their own categories of to do, doing, and done. Again, notice same thing. The doing category is always less than the done or the to do. So they always are having a constant reminder, and the parents can see and the kids can see. So it's a system that the whole family is using. So again, one really good way to do this would be on Google Calendar, and I can show you that as well. And I'm going to put some links into the video below of other examples and other ways to make Kanban boards if you want to try it out with your family. Before we do that though, and before I sign off for the day, I want to show you one way to do it. So this is through Trello, which is free, and you just sign up with an email. I did this on a Gmail account. It is totally free. You can do as many boards as you need. You could do a board for the whole family. You could do a board for a family member. And they actually have Kanban boards as a preset because they're so popular in terms of the executive functioning piece for helping kids stay organized. So it already gave me a preset of to do, doing, done, and I would add a card. So let's say I need to wash the dishes. If I did that, I would add the card, and then I can physically move it from space to space. So let's say I need to do the dishes, and then I'm doing them. Great, I've done them. So that's one thing that I really like about Trello. And you could definitely make a team board. You can have one for the whole family. There's a lot of options. And again, 100% free. There are paid programs, but you do not need the paid plan to make a Kanban board for your family. Now, another one, which is a tool that we've highlighted for the teachers, but if you have Google and access to this is Jamboard. It is a great tool. This one, similar to Trello, I've already set up a mock one. Let's say I have on here that I'm doing homework, and then I've finished my homework. I can drag it over. So for those younger kids, you could do pictures, and let's say I wanted to add a picture of homework. You can search by Google or Google image search, homework, and let's say this is the image that your kid associates with homework. You would insert that. You can resize it. They could resize it. It can really be a kid-involved activity to make these boards. and then they can physically drag it. So this is another really good option, and I will link all these below as well as some resources and some other helpful articles. I love Kanban boards to keep kids organized, to help kids sequence things, and for things like post-school rituals for those who are on site, but even those who are remote learning, for just simple things like getting up and getting dressed in the morning. It really could be a game changer, and I encourage you to try this out and take a look at the resources I've included and let me know if you have questions or need additional ones. Have a great weekend.